Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Commodores will kick it away to start us off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Cut enough for the 1st down. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And the Rebels are flying down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
The Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He caught it, and he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is...
Touchdown, Rebels! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Wake Forest put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Deacs had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong at key moments. Talk about a complete performance. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Makes the grab. It's Jeffrey. Great move. Now he's got room. Breaks away on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Turner.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. Gets it out fast. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And the Commodores have their offense in high gear. Making side adjustments here. Now from inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Vandy. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down, you got to make plays, you got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's the handoff. He breaks a tackle. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake. Fakes the grab over the middle. And he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's got him. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Rebels will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Commodores just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Makes a grab in the open. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the outside. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a fun.
There he goes. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. Wyoming has to find a way. Games like these, ones that are right there, the good teams dig down deep. They're up by 7 over Wyoming. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his man. It's Jeffrey. Turns it on in midfield. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gossett. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Let's go!
Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Touchdown Doors! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They're dealing with a second and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Everett. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jeffrey. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field and making the nice tackle.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Commodores, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on 1st down. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Takes it the other way.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one big. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, the defense dialed up a blitz. Quarterback knew he was going to get hit, but he also knew it was man coverage, so he found his best matchup. He got it out of his hands early, right before getting smacked to get that completion.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
21.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Unleashes one. Connection to the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Pulls it in. It's Turner. At midfield, he's got room. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time, because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jeffrey.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got his man. Tackled there by the defense.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. And that one will put him up here in the second half. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed in beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Using the quick game. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to...
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The inside handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Commodores are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got it looking for first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Jeffrey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Commodores really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. 22 more. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Jeffrey. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Second down.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there are still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. The short hands. It's Jeffrey. There he goes. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Jeffrey. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Florida Atlantic was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Boca. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good... And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.